Hello, fellow diamond painting addicts, and welcome back to Diamond Painting Anonymous. Today I am here to dekit my drills from The Good Witch by DAC. I finally finished it, so I am anxious to dekit, put the extra drills in my storage, and get ready to start my next project. So this was a little bit of an interesting one. There were 11 bags, and I'll put a little card up there to the kit up of this diamond painting. 11 bags of 310. And I will admit the 310s in this project were not the greatest. I had rather a lot of trash, and I ended up sending an email to Diamond Art Club and explaining the issue. They immediately issued me 10 bags of 310. The only issue there was the bags they sent me were little plastic bags like these of 310, whereas the original kit had 11 bags of completely full, not baggies, but the strip bags of 310. So I spent more time than I wanted to kind of picking through drills. I ended up going back to some of my squares that I had spare. I got some spares sent to me by a friend, but I still, because there was so much, ended up having to pick through everything and pick out, and I will show you when I go through the trash what I mean. I also wanted to do some testing. I used the hearts that they send you, the wax that they send you from Diamond Art Club. This is the little heart, and this is what's left of it. So as you can see, there's plenty of wax left. However, in the middle of doing this one, I also tried out the glue dots, which that and the blue tack work so much better than the wax. You just don't have to reapply it as often. So I am going to be saving my other Diamond Art Club wax and using it elsewhere, possibly in kits to send to other people, because I just don't use it. It's not my favorite and I won't be using it. So dekitting this, I do not have it in DMC order because Diamond Art Club does these fantastic little stickers. I just go by the symbol on the thing. I don't even hardly use the key on the canvas. I just look for the symbol on my containers here. So it never really mattered to me whether they were in DMC order because I was looking for the symbols anyway. And then I also had them in order of, these, the black, the red, and the dark red and the red had the most colors. So they ended up getting kitted up into the big Elizabeth Ward containers because I had the most of those left. So I'm just going to grab them and start emptying. So this particular kit had 3 AB drills, which was nice. 2 of them I had leftovers from another Diamond Art Club kit that I had done. So, and I'm not going to try tipping these directly into the storage bag. I'm just going to empty them, and then I'm going to peel off as neatly as I can my Diamond Art Club stickers, which doesn't look like it's going to be neatly. That's the worst part about kitting up and kitting down, is dealing with all the mess from the stickers. More so kitting down, of course, than kitting up. Because kitting up, you're just putting them on. Definitely going to have to use my Goo Gone on some of these to get them where they were. Now I do keep my square and round drills separate, of course, but I don't keep the colors separate. This one isn't bad. You can see they're pretty much the same color. They're probably both Diamond Art Club. But I do know some people who will keep their colors separated if they're not exactly the same shade, if the dye lots are slightly different. I don't do that because these are extras anyway, and so I figure, if I get if I have extras left and I need them, I mean, that's the whole reason for keeping your extras, isn't it? In case you need them because you run out of them in another project. Then if they don't exactly match, that's okay with me in the bag. I will just then be able to pick through and pick out the one that I want that matches whatever kit it is that I'm doing. Won't always be a Diamond Art Club, of course. Sometimes it might be another kit that I purchased from somewhere else. So if they're not exactly the same, for me it's all good. Now, of course, however you want to do it is entirely up to you. If you want to have a separate bag for each die lot, more power to you. I will say, though, that I do like this system that I went with for organizing my drills. I just heard last night that somebody is selling basically the bare bones of this already put together. So I'm assuming you get the photo box, all the little index cards with the DMC numbers, and then bags also labeled with the DMC numbers. I don't know though, and I didn't look at it. I've already done mine myself and I'm pretty happy with it. So it could be a little prettier, but I'm fine with the way it looks right now. So okay, 893, and I don't have an 893, so I need to make a bag. Find a pen. So let me put my sticker on the bag first and then write the number on so it has time to dry. I've got my little insert cards here. I think I managed to pull everything that I'm going to need in order to dekit. I think I'll probably have to get up in the middle of it and find something I forgot, but I love this pink color. This was the pink color on her cheeks, one of them. It's a really sweet kind of candy color. So anyway, the lady that's selling the storage boxes, I heard that someone was selling them on Etsy. So if you're interested in that, check it out. Again, I didn't look it up myself, so I'm not sure exactly what all is involved that you get, and I have no idea how much it costs, but I'm all for people being entrepreneurial and filling a niche. Something I never would have thought of. I mean, I did it myself, but as the person who was talking about it pointed out, lots of people would be happy not to have to do all that work themselves. So if that's your feeling and you would like to do that, let's see, 597, do I have one of those? I do. And I actually probably need to split mine up into more than one storage box. But for right now, I don't really have enough drills that it's a huge bother. And you can see there's a couple of different shades of 597. What I just dropped in was a little bit darker than what was in there previously. But like I said, it's okay with me that they're not exactly the same. If I need spare drills for something, there's enough in here that I should be able to pick out from either color and hopefully match what I was working on and be done. Saves me having to go back and order drills from a company that didn't send me enough, which, knock on wood, I have not yet had a situation where I didn't have enough drills. I've never, well, I take that back. One of my very first diamond paintings that I bought to see if I even liked it was a set of 4 mandalas, and they were special drills, partials, and the very first one that I did, one of the big special drills, like one of the big teardrop shape or marquee shape, whatever they're called, I needed 4 and I only had 3. So that mandala did not get completed and just got junked. Actually, I ended up just throwing it away. The other 4 in the kit were fine. I completed those, no problem. But other than that, I've never really had an issue with running out of drills. So while I am saving my spares, 38.53, I haven't done anything with them yet, really. I did go through and, like I said, pull out some of my 310 spares because some of the ones in this particular kit weren't the greatest, but I don't have any 38.53, so make a bag of these here. I pulled out my 310s and used those, but that's really the most that I've done with it. I don't even know why I got my my round stickers out. I won't need those. Since this was a square kit, obviously my brain is not firing on all cylinders today. If you hear water noises or thunder, I apologize. We're having a rainstorm here right now. But I wanted to get this done and get working on my next kit. I finally unboxed everything out of their shipping containers. I ordered several kits from Diamond Art Club on Black Friday, and they literally have been sitting in the container they were shipped in since then. And I opened one of them before I opened the Good Witch and started working on her because she was one of the kits that I had ordered. But 700. The rest of them are still sitting in my floor. And now that I finally opened them up just to kind of get them out of the way so I could store the boxes a little more compactly than in the big shipping containers they were in. They're out where I can see them, which means that I keep looking at them and going, oh, I need to get to work on that one. Oh, I need to get to work on that one. So I guess it's been good in that it has motivated me to get going on some of my diamond paintings. I currently have way too many, excuse me, sitting in the floor of my craft room. I have 3 Treasure Studios arts. I have 4 Diamond Art Club. I have 2 from Pretty Neat Creative, and then I have a whole passel of the little bagged ones from various companies that I am trying out. Okay, I didn't have any 353, so let me make a bag for this. That I am trying out, and I probably have a good 20-25 of those sitting in the floor of my office. So yeah, definitely an addict, definitely have way too many canvases, and those numbers don't include the ones that I have already packed away in my to be given away random acts of kindness box. I have 5 or 6 sitting in there. I've unboxed some of them on the channel and then decided I didn't want to do them. I have several that I purchased before realizing they were stolen artwork, so I won't be using them on my channel, so I'm going to donate them to someone who will get some enjoyment out of them. I could do them myself, but I honestly have way too much on my plate already because, as I think I just stated, I'm an addict and I can't stop buying them. We were discussing last night on the streamer that I watch how we enable each other by telling each other when there are sales on kits and whatnot, because I saw yesterday that Diamond Art Club was having, one of the stores that carries Diamond Art Club was having a sale, and so that information was passed on. Some kits that had been out of stock in Diamond Art Club that had come back in stock and were tempting several of the people watching and chatting. So it just never seems to end. And then of course I'm constantly finding new companies that I think, oh, I should try them just to see what they're like. Some I will, some I won't. I did see one yesterday in one of the Facebook groups that somebody was complaining that basically the company had taken her money and run, and it turned out that it was kind of a well-known, already scammy place, unfortunately. And sometimes there's just not a whole lot you can do when it's a situation like that, except learn the lesson and move on. Kind of like me and the ones that I ordered that ended up being stolen artwork that I then decided I wasn't going to use on the channel. Disappointing because I'd already spent the money, and some of them were really cute kits, but then of course they were, because their artwork was stolen because it was cute. So disappointed that I won't get to do them, but I mean, I could do them on my own, but like I said, I frankly just have other things I'd rather be working on anyway. So I'll donate them, let somebody else get the enjoyment out of them, and call it good. Lesson learned for me. I now know to be more careful when I am purchasing kits that I want to use on the channel. That was a question I had. Always trying to think of things that I can talk about while I'm doing this, because it would be boring if I wasn't talking, right? Just sitting here watching me peel off stickers and dump diamonds isn't that exciting. But one of the things I saw and made me curious, somebody posted something, and I can't remember if it was on Facebook or Instagram, something somewhere, posted that they had finished their first commissioned DP. And by that, they meant that a family member had asked them to do a diamond painting for them, which they had done. And I thought, you know, commission implies, at least to me, payment, that you got paid for doing this. And I thought, do other people pay? Is there a market for commissioned diamond paintings? Do people sell them after you finish them if you're not going to keep them yourself? Because certainly I buy a bunch of mine because I just want to try out the company, or I want to try out the kit, or I want to see what the drill quality is like, etc., etc. But I don't purchase them with the intention of doing anything with them other than the enjoyment I get out of doing them, possibly sharing them here on the channel, and then putting them in my art portfolio. But I thought, you know, is there a market for that? Do people actually pay to have someone complete a diamond painting for them? Or do they, after they complete them, do they just then say, oh, well, 3830, I have a round but not a square. After they complete them, do they just put them up for sale? I mean, I guess I could look online and see, are people selling completed diamond paintings? That seems like it would be, one, expensive, just given the amount of time, and two, also expensive if you're shipping it framed, because shipping is ungodly expensive, especially for some of the ones that I do. Good gravy, they're huge. The frame would be horribly heavy. And if they're not being shipped framed, are they being shipped like rolled up? Which is another question, because I've always heard that speaking of rolling, I've seen in several places that you shouldn't roll double-sided adhesive the opposite of the way that it is rolled when you get it. So if it is, for instance, printed side out when you get it, then you should not roll it printed side in, because that will mess up the double-sided adhesive. And then I've also heard that when a diamond painting is completed, you should always roll the drills to the outside, not the inside. However, I have seen many people roll drills to the inside, and it doesn't seem to have affected their painting, even square paintings. And I myself, before I knew that I wasn't supposed to, have rolled double-sided adhesive canvases opposite the way that they were sent to me, because I was trying to get them to lay flat, and I've never, knock on wood, had an issue with any of my double-sided adhesive canvases either. I have never had problems with rivers or bubbles or puckers or anything like that with my double-sided adhesive. I've never really had any issue with my poured glue canvases either. So to me, so far, the only real difference that I have noticed between poured glue and double-sided adhesive is that the double-sided adhesive, you cannot slide your drills around as easily. So if you don't place them exactly right on a double-sided adhesive canvas, it's a little more tricky to move them around than it is to just kind of slide them when it's a poured glue canvas. But other than that, I can't say that I've noticed a whole bunch of differences. I also had someone say that the way that you could tell the difference between poured glue and double-sided adhesive was that poured glue always comes with a clear cover and double-sided adhesive always comes with an opaque cover, you know, the paper cover that you can't see through. And I have not found that to be true. I have several double-sided adhesive canvases that have come with a clear cover. So I just assume if it's one of the smaller, you know, kits. I don't have a 3760s. I need to make one. When I'm purchasing the smaller kits, you know, a lot of the 30 by 40s that I purchase, especially round ones, I just assume they're going to be double-sided adhesive. And generally, if you're buying from, you know, one of those Chinese companies, I mean, the ones that out and out say they're Chinese, then I assume they're going to be double-sided adhesive and not poured glue. Again, I think they both have merits. I can see why people like the poured glue, but I also don't think there's anything wrong with the double-sided adhesive. And again, this has an expensive hobby and expensive craft, and not everyone has the kind of money that they can afford to spend $50 to $100 on one diamond painting. And I don't begrudge anyone that, you know, if that's what you can afford and that's what you enjoy, it's your life, do what you want. I don't have any 727 either, but I will say, of course, the more money that you spend, typically the better quality kit you get, and also the better quality of drills. That isn't always the case. I read, I think it was in another Facebook group, that all diamond paintings originate in China. Even if you're buying from a company that says it's in the US, they are basically just wholesaling their kits from China as well. So they get them faster than we can get them. So instead of waiting, you know, 6 to 8 weeks or longer, like some of us have to, these companies get theirs shipped because, of course, they're buying in bulk. They're purchasing way more. The more money you spend, of course, the more attention you're going to be given as a customer from a company. But if you're looking for people who are not getting their things from China, there probably aren't really any companies that are actually printing their canvases and or making their own drills in the US. Someone, and I don't remember where I read it, I think somebody said somewhere that China owns all the patents on the drills. This is a relatively new craft, by which I mean about 5 years old, even in China. Was what I read anyway. I have no idea if that's true, but that's what I read. And that China holds all the patents. And I don't know why that would matter in America. I would assume our patent system is separate, but maybe it isn't. What do I know? $6.99. couple stuck in there. Come on, get out. My least favorite part of dekitting is peeling off all of these stickers, and I'm going to have to go back with my Goo Gone on almost all of these because they're just not peeling off nicely, which is a shame. Again, I know Diamond Art Club has taken to, in their newer kits, making the stickers already cut for you, which is fantastic, and I love that. I haven't gotten any new kits lately to see it for myself, but yay, I'm looking forward to it when it does happen. But I wish that they would use removable sticker paper. It's at least where I've found it, because I do make my own stickers. It's the same price as or just a tiny bit more than the regular sticker paper. And you would be able to peel these off so much more nicely. So, Diamond Art Club, if you're listening, removable stickers would be awesome. They do tend to stick to these Elizabeth Ward containers more than the round ones. Of course, I say that. I think the round ones that I bought are removable, so that's probably why, because I make my own round stickers. Most of the kits for the rounds that I do don't come with a sticker sheet, so I'm making my own anyway. 782, because I just haven't, after kind of the first go round of stickers with the round kits that I've done, I've not had to clean off the bottles that I use for those kits or anything. The stickers peel right off. But like I said, I just realized I bought removable stickers, and I generally just make my own and put the number of the canvas and the DMC number on it. I have a Xyron sticker maker, so I could make my own sticker sheets, but I have really, I think just in my last batch of ones that I ordered, oh shoot, what number was that? Oh no, was it 782? Oh, this is what I get for, it was 782, okay. Talking and trying to do all of this at once. My mouth gets ahead of my brain. Okay, crisis averted. Anyway, removable stickers. I don't remember what I was talking about now, but anyway, that would be good. Okay, 38.65. I should have some of those because, oh wow, I do have them, but not in squares. Okay. That's a surprise. Such a common color. I would have thought I had spares already in that color. Just one moment. I'm going to move these round stickers out of the way because I don't even know why I pulled them out. I'm not going to need them. Okay, 38.65. Make sure I've written down the number this time before I start peeling off the sticker. Anyway, what was I saying now? Removable stickers, Diamond Art Club. Oh my goodness, I don't know. My brain these days is a sieve. You ever have days like that where you just can't remember anything? 38.11. Do I have any of those? Doesn't look like it. No. Grab some more bags here. Let's hope I'm not going to run out of any of these and have to go get some more before I finish dekitting this. I like to dekit mine as soon as I'm done. Not just because I have so many things sitting around waiting for me to do, but just because I like to be organized. I was watching another YouTuber the other day, and she was showing how she dekits her canvases, and I was watching, but she had like 6 or 7 different kits that she had completed that she had not kitted down all the drills yet. My first thought was, wow, it must be nice to have that much storage. And my second thought was, oh, I could not let that many extra drills just sit around taking up storage. I would have had to sit down and just kind of power through it. Of course, once you get that many piled up, maybe that's part of the reason she didn't have it done. Like I said, I like to do mine right away because I don't want to get overwhelmed with it. It's bad enough when you're doing these DAC canvases with the huge amount of colors. My poor thumbnail is going to be ragged after all of this. This kit had 48 colors. Is that right? I don't even remember at this point. Something like that. So yeah, the thought of letting that sit around while I had other things to do. 992. Do I have a 992? I do. The thought of letting these sit around. Plus, it's my Elizabeth Ward storage, which is what I generally use with my Diamond Art Club canvases because there just are so many drills. I like to put them in this because when I get a kit that has, say, 11 bags of 310, then I have enough of these big containers that I can actually kit them up instead of just leaving them in the bags as spares. Just because I guess I'm one of those weird people. I like to, as I'm going through, think to myself, okay, I'm almost done with this color. I'm down to the last 5 colors. I'm down to the last 3 colors. I'm down to the last 1 color. So I know, in my head, I'm getting close to being done. Even if I don't have everything dekitted. I used to, there's a little piece of trash in there. I used to kind of dekit as I went. I would, okay, I know I'm done with that color. I'm going to put that one away. But I only did that on the smaller canvases because, quite frankly, on the larger ones, I would have spent all my time doing that. And then by the end of it, especially with this Elizabeth Ward, you have this huge empty container staring at you, which, let's face it, that's part of the fun of this Elizabeth Ward storage, is that you get to look at all the pretty drills while you're working on things, right? So, 701, have that one. Oops, a little static with these. So, I do love these stickers though, with they're big so you can see what the symbols are. And like I said, most of the time when I'm working on a DAC canvas, I'm not even looking at the keys on the side of the canvas. I am simply looking at the key on the canvas itself, the printed symbols on where the drills are going to be placed, and then looking for that symbol. So for instance, I'm not looking for, okay, that's 701, where are all the 701s? I'm not looking for, okay, those are all the greens, or that's all number 11, or whatever it is. I'm looking for, where are the X's? Okay, the X is the color I need. Let's go there. 993. Did I just do this? Why do I feel like I just did 993? I didn't, so who knows? Must have been another color next to it. sounds really windy outside. Hopefully when I get to these little bitty Elizabeth Ward containers, it will be easier to peel off the stickers because they don't press down all of the way because of the little bumps on the sides. So I get them to stick good enough that I can use them, but I don't worry too much if they move around quite a bit. 356. Do I have one of those? No, I do not. Oh, I may run out of little inserts here that I'll have to go and pull some more out of my drawer. Thought I grabbed enough in this stack, but clearly not. 356. Oh, well, it's still stuck a little bit more than I wanted to, but it's still easier to peel off than those other ones, so that's good. I actually went out for this Elizabeth Ward storage, and thank goodness I had done it previous to this kit, or I would have been in real trouble. And I was doing Grandiose Grease, I believe, and I realized that I was not going to have enough big containers for some of the blues and things that that particular kit had. So I went out and purchased some extras of all of the sizes except this little tiny one. So I had extra big ones, I had extra of the next size down, and the next size down after that. But these little ones, I thought, oh, I won't need a lot of those, so I won't buy any extras. And then when I kitted up this kit, I had so many of these colors that just, there weren't very many of them. And I could really have used more of these little tiny ones. So before I open my next Diamond Art Club and kit it up, I went out and purchased, these are sticking to my fingers now. Peeling off nicely, but sticking to my fingers because they're not all rolled up. I went out and purchased some more of these little ones because, well, so if I run into this situation again where I'm going to have a whole bunch of them that are not, you know, a ton of colors, because who knows what's going to be in each kit. Hopefully I'm not going to get another one where I've got 11 bags of 310, but I know I've purchased some colorful ones. I know I have one that's like an under the sea one, so if I need, you know, like I have big bags of blue or whatever, 3837, then I have the right storage containers for them. No, 3837, so I need a bag for this one. I keep thinking I'm getting close to being done, and then I realize I'm not. I still have all these little ones to go. I hope I don't have to make bags for all of them. 3837. And then I have a couple of extras sitting off here to the side. I have all the blacks that I am hanging on to because I'm going to put them in a separate container. I'm not going to put them in with my spares because they just were not that great, and I spent a lot of time picking through them, and I don't really want to have to do that again. 798, I don't have any squares. So let me make this one. Oh, and I just realized I forgot to go through my spreadsheet and pick out all of the extras that I had. Because not only do I have my box here, I also try to keep a spreadsheet of what drills I have, so that as spares, so that if I need them for a kit, I can go look on my spreadsheet, or I can go look, I guess I can just look in my spare drills here. I guess I don't really need my spreadsheet for that. I started the spreadsheet before I started this storage box, so that was probably why I was storing them in those old Tic Tac containers and having to pull them out and look through everything every time to figure out which ones I had and which ones I didn't was a humongous pain. But now that I am using this other storage system, I can probably abandon that one. Okay, I don't have any 3834, and this is my last in 3814. Whoops, that was almost a mistake. 3814. Oh, and I do have those. Okay. And then I probably am going to take a quick break and go get grab some more inserts so that I can finish dekitting this. Also, check on my camera battery and make sure that I have not run this thing out of battery while I'm doing all of this. Okay, there's that one. All right, I'm going to take a quick break while I go look for some stuff, and I will be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I had to go grab some more inserts, and it looks like I'm going to have to cut some more because I'm almost out. So 550. I don't have any 550s. It's a good thing I grabbed some more inserts because that would have been my last one. So, oh my gosh, it's starting to really thunder out there. If you can hear that, I apologize, but I can't help Mother Nature. And I wanted to get this done today before it's raining, which means my husband will probably be on his way home because he works outside, and if it's raining, they generally don't work. So, let's see, 779. Pretty sure I have that one. Yes, I do. Eventually, I'll get to a point where I have all the colors right, and then I won't need to worry about kitting up a new, or making a new bag every time I dekit something. I hope anyway. 3819. I don't know if I've had that color before. Nope, I have not. So grab an insert. And these inserts are just to help the bag stand up a little bit more because all the drills tend to fall to the bottom of the bag. So these stickers are coming off a lot more nicely off of these little ones though. Okay, I've got 4 more of these little ones, and then I have just a couple more regular colors. 3860. I have a 3860. I do. Whoa, look how many different colors are in there. Several different dye lots for this one, which again, like I said, is fine. These are extras anyway. At some point, I am going to try my hand at doing a either blank canvas design, or I'm in the process of trying to figure out how to convert some of my own photos into diamond paintings. I did it once before with no 334, so I need a bag for that. Back when I used to do cross stitch, I did it with some photos back then and turn those into cross stitch patterns. And it looks like you use essentially the same software for converting them into diamond paintings It's just that diamond paintings don't use as many colors as needlepoint does. And then also the whole, when you use a diamond painting, everything is a complete stitch versus when you're doing a cross stitch pattern, you have full stitches, half stitches, 3/4 stitches, 1/4 stitches, which of course you can't do with diamond paintings because you can't cut drills. I mean, you can probably, but 666, my favorite color. I knew I had red in these. That's actually something I want to do too, especially now that I have a lot of trash drills. I want to spend some time, well, what I want to do is like a close-up video of here's what drills look like, because, you know, I didn't paint, when I first started diamond painting, I didn't use a magnifying glass. So I didn't realize until I started using a magnifying glass. I mean, I knew they had facets, duh, that's the whole point behind diamond painting them being sparkly. But I didn't realize that they looked different on the tops of them, the square ones that they have. Some have squares on the top, some have diamonds on the top. That's what gives them the different facets. I was listening to someone who said that they would try to alternate when they were diamond painting the square topped with the diamond topped ones, and I thought, oh, that's way more effort than I want to put into it. Way more effort than I'm going to put into it, especially considering I didn't even know there was a difference until then. But now that I do, like, I want to heat them up. Does the color go all the way through? What happens when you cut them? Some of the bad drills that I got this go round had little pin pricks in them, and they looked white underneath. So I was like, oh, now I want to cut them in half, because does the color go all the way through? I assumed it did. Like, I assumed the way drills were made, they probably like poured a big thin sheet and then they had some kind of stamper that would, you know, cut all the facets into the plastic while it was warm, as well as cut all the little individual drills. Never seen how factory works, so I don't know, but that's what I imagine in my head. And so now I'm curious to see what they look like, because are they not colored all the way through? I have a 336. Are they white on the inside? Is it just some of them that are white on the inside? I was also asking if the drills could be recycled, because I know I'm eventually going to get to a point where I'm going to have some that I want to just throw away and not put in my spare diamond storage. I'm not there right now. I don't have enough spares that I'm willing to throw them away. But even when I get to that point, I don't want to just dump them in the landfill, because can you imagine the number of people who diamond paint if we all just threw our drills away? How many of them would end up in the landfill? And I mean, they're plastic. I know some people say they're also resin ones, but I don't know how to tell the difference between plastic and resin, or even if you can. Okay, these are AB drills, and they are all different numbers. So I'm going to set them aside for a minute. Okay, and then here's all the 310s that I have left. I am going to put them in a bag, but I am going to just dump these all into a separate bag, and I am not going to put them in my storage, my spare storage, because like I said, some of these were not so great, and I spent way more time than I wanted to kind of picking through. Every time I dumped out a bunch of them into my tray, having to go through and pick out the ones that had tabs on them, were stuck together, had little pinholes in them, just were misshapen for whatever reason, were cupped, whatever. Like, I don't even know if you can see some of them here. Like this one here, if you can see that in my hand, See how badly it's cupped? I'm just going to be putting these in here, and then I'm going to be storing them away in a different place as I dump them everywhere, because as I said, they weren't not the greatest. So clean these up, put them back on the tray. And I mean, they weren't all horrible. There were just enough horrible ones in there that, like I said, I spent way more time picking through them than I wanted to. So it wasn't the end of the world, but they weren't that great either. So I have everything dekitted for now. I will put these away somewhere, and I will clean up all my storage containers. I will be back to show you the trash and what I mean. I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know how well this video will turn out. My camera apparently shut off while I was dekitting, so came back just to show you what I finished. I finished going over with Goo Gone and kind of wiping off all of the sticker residue from all of my Elizabeth Ward, so it is ready to go. I have finished the canvas, which I will show you here at the end. I went ahead and put all of the ABs that were left. This is from another kit. These are from the Good Witch, but I have 4 ABs, so I put those in baggies so I can store those. And then I was going to show you some of the trash. This is the amount of trash that I had left over. As you can see, most of it is black. There's quite a bit of it. And I was going to try and pour a couple out just so I could kind of show you. And I don't know how well you're going to be able to see, but for instance, these right here, see how they have the tabs on the side of them? This one right here, it's got tabs on both sides. This one has got extra, it's a little misshapen. And they just, I don't have my magnifying glasses, so I can't see if some of them have the little pinholes in them, but hopefully I'll do a little video on that at some point to kind of show you what they all look like. But so I had a lot of trash. I am going to put them in my little trash container after I pick out some of the ones that had like pinholes and stuff, so that I can do the drill experiment that I want to with it. We'll see how that goes. But so I am done dekitting The Good Witch by Hannah Lynn. Stay tuned and I'll show you the end of the, or show you what the completed canvas looks like. So here is The Good Witch finally completed. It took me 80 some hours, but she's finally done. So many 310s. Look at her cute face. I had a really good time working on this one, and all of the AB drills, you can see some of them here. The green ones, there's 3 AB drills. That was the green. There is this yellowish AB, and then there was the orange ones, which I'm trying to find. A lot of them are in the outside here. You can see them right there. You can see a line of them right here and up there. So just a lovely, lovely painting to work on. She is 56 by 79 centimeters. And she is done. So there was the completed canvas, The Good Witch by Hannah Lynn, Diamond Art Club canvas. I will hopefully be kitting up my next project soon. If you like this video, don't forget to do all the things. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification icon so that you can be informed of future uploads. And as always, Thank you for watching.